Ranga, friends, now we are going to see as a part of the Sthala Puran of the Srirangam Temple, one of the first and the largest Vaishnava Divyadesams in the world today, Srirangam, how it was attacked again in 1320 by the dynasty of Tughlaq. Their army was called as Vulcan army, which attacked Srirangam in 1320. Again, this is after, many of us don't know these histories. This is after Alauddin Khilji's attack in 1320. Okay, and guess what? Again, these guys came and ransacked. If you didn't see Alauddin Khilji's attack, please see the previous episode. Okay, you will know what happened, how it saved, and how the Muslim goddess is placed inside this temple. Everything you will see in the previous episode. Okay, now Vulcan army was ransacking the temple, and guess what? Again, this time also the devotees stood strong and they were not afraid. You know, they were putting their life down to save the Desh, Dharma, and the temple, Mandir. You know, guess what? Everything was over, and then the army was handed over to the chief commander-in-chief, because they still believed that many of the loot is still available inside the temple. That is, the treasure is still there in the temple. See, you have to understand, it's just hardly they came after 10 years, 11 years after the attack by Alauddin Khilji, okay, and his army. Now, so they were staying there. At this time, there was a Devadasi who was there in the temple by name Vellai. Okay, beautiful thing, how the average heroes saved our temples and saved our Dharma, saved our Desh. When we say the hero, we always think about somebody huge with the huge muscles, this, that. You know what? Sometimes it's not true. It's average people, average girls, like you and me, the average boys, you know, average guys, you know, they do the heroic thing. That's what it is all about. Because when you have the devotion in the heart, when you have the passion in the heart, you know, everyone can become a hero. This is what this story proves. And Vellai was a Devadasi who do dancing for God. Okay? And guess what? When the Vulcan army came and ransacked the temple, they took over a lot of women from there in the temple and all. You know, Devadasis are devoted servants of God, you know. But what do the demonic forces know? You know, they know only one thing, flesh and meat, nothing else, no big difference. They took them. And in the meantime, the commander-in-chief of the army, he falls, who happened to stay there in Srirangam to take the treasure back. So he falls in love with one of the Devadasis by name Vellai. Okay? And Vellai, she becomes like his mistress. Okay? And the whole town couldn't believe. They are saying, what, this girl, you know, she is ready to do anything with the enemy just because they won the town and the people are talking like that. But Vellai never cared. Okay? She had the devotion of Lord Ranganatha in the heart. And on one night, she comes to the commander's camp. And he says, why are you coming here? You could have, and the whole city is all, all patrolled by the demonic army and all those things, Tughlaq army, right? You know, but she comes because she had a free access to the guy's camp, you know. And she says, you know what, why are you here? She says, you know that I'm here to take the treasure. I want to let you know, I know where it is, she says. And I want to say where it is. But before saying, I want to come with you because I want to see them, the diamonds and the golds, which we never had access to see before. You know, I want to see them. You know, he was so much in love on her. You know, he said, you know what, this is the deal. You and me will go, you show me, and you take whatever you want from there. Anyway, it's not his daddy's, right? It's a temple's treasure, right? You take whatever you want, and rest I will take to Tughlaq, my king, he says. So she says, come up to the top of the tower, okay, temple tower. So she takes him. There are many temple towers in Srirangam, okay? Srirangam temple is located in 156 acres, one of the biggest temples in the world, okay? So she takes him to one of the temple towers, top of the temple tower. And now she says, first she says, I am afraid to go there because there will be a lot of snakes and bats and all those things. He says, don't worry. If you feel, he is very romantic, and he says, if you are afraid, you can hug me. I will take you there and all those things. So he takes her there, and he goes to the top. They both go to the top of the temple tower. And guess what? He sees and he says, the guy says to her, you know what? This is a heaven on earth. This is such a beautiful place. And she knows that. How come the demons will know? Okay? Because they just ransacked the city. Okay? And guess what? So they enjoy the city from the top of the tower. And then he asks, where is the treasure? There. And she shows the gods, the Karpagraha, what we call, right? In the main temple sanctum. She shows there is the treasure. And he says, if the treasure is there, why did you bring me? No, you didn't get me. See there, she shows. So he goes there to see, okay? And so far, the girl who was so romantic with him, she pushes him down from there. This is 150 feet plus huge tower, okay? He falls from there and dies once for all. The demon was gone. And now, all of a sudden in this sound, all the army people, everybody comes to know something went wrong, and they see the young girl at the top, so they know something went wrong, and they all rush to the top. Now, she doesn't want to get stuck with them, because she's a devotee of Ranganatha, and she doesn't want to be with the demons. And guess what? She jumps from there. Okay, she jumps from there to give up her life, and she falls flat, wounded, but still she has some life in her. Okay, and now all the city people, the town, village people of Srirangam, they all feel the pain. They know now who is real Vellai Amma was. They were thinking so bad of her. They were bad mouthing her, and now here she is, who saved the town, who saved the temple, who saved Bhagavan himself. And here is our hero, Vellai Amma. Can you believe that? The Devadasi. And they all run and come to her and ask for forgiveness and ask her, anything that you have as our wish, please let us know, we will love to do it. And the last wish, what Vellai Amma says, asks for, is, she says, see, in our community, if anybody dies, okay, we want the same firewoods what you will use in the kitchen for God, where the prasad is being made. Those firewoods have to be used for us to burn our body. Okay, see the devotion. Okay, second, she says, before we are being burned, we have to put some rice in the mouth, and that rice will come from the kitchen of the God. Okay, and also the water what you will pour on our mouth before burning the body, that will be the Abhishek water. Okay, that will be poured on the mouth. Okay, so can you believe this? This tradition continues even today, and on honoring her, her name is Vellai Amma. Vellai Amma means, Vellai means white in Tamil, white. Okay, so because of her name is white, the temple tower, from there she pushed the demon, the commander-in-chief of the Tughlaq army, and killed and saved the town. He is always painted in white. Okay, to honor her, because all the other temple towers in Srirangam will be so colorful, except this one. Okay, and now this happened. This is the Vellayamma story. Every rest of it, the whole history of how the temple came back and how the deities came back, everything we will see in the next episode. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Ranga Ranga.